So as most of you guys know, the House has passed the bill to go ahead and ban TikTok. And so if this bill is to continue, TikTok will be banned in the United States. And so for small content creators like myself that is just trying to put out information out there on weightlifting, there's also other larger influences than me, and there's also other business owners out there that are using TikTok to not only sell their product, but promote it. And they're making a killing off of it. And so this is going to sweep the rug out from underneath not only my feet, but people that are out there that are relying on this for their salary and their income. And it baffles me that not only this bill passed, but we're even considering, especially at the time that we're at in the United States right now. Since COVID, which if I was to say COVID out loud on YouTube, on Instagram, or on Facebook, this video wouldn't even be promoted, it wouldn't be pushed, and honestly, my account could even get banned. That's why you see some people on YouTube that censoring themselves, because if they don't, then the company Google or Meta will censor them for you. Most Americans don't even have $1,000 in savings right now, let alone be able to just make ends meet with just one job. They have to have a side hustle or a second job to be able to pay bills and put food in their mouth, and maybe have a little left over for saving by then. But if you look at the housing market and you look at how inflation's been going, and especially just price gouging with companies and corporations, you'll know that there's a bigger problem than trying to ban TikTok right now. And for the people that were keeping up with it before it was passed, you will know that the secretaries and the representatives were complaining about having to take the phones off the hook because there was such a flood of people calling in that were disgruntled about the decision or even proposal on the ban of TikTok. And they were complaining that, hey, we had to take the phones off the hook, so now we're going to actually miss important calls because there's too many people calling in about the TikTok ban. As if the people that were calling in regards to the ban on TikTok weren't important. So that tells me right there that they already had their mind made up on what the decision was going to be, and that's one of the reasons why it passed the House. But it also tells me that the average person in the United States doesn't really have a voice anymore with their representatives. If they would have took the calls seriously and the voice of the people seriously, then they would have been like, hey, we can't vote on this. We can't ban TikTok. You know, if we can't ban it, maybe we need to set up some more regulations and rules if it's going to be allowed in the United States. But we can't just all around ban it. And the whole reason they're trying to ban TikTok right now is to protect mine and your data and privacy, which that hasn't been protected since Facebook was invented. I mean, if you look back, like I think a year ago, Facebook had a lawsuit because of all the privacy and data they collected from users when Facebook was first created. For like the first 5 years, they were taking an absurd amount, and it was an illegal amount of data from their users, and that resulted in a lawsuit that if you were a part of it, you were compensated like $25 if your account was old enough or created before a certain date. And then it also sold off that data to companies for advertisements. And you'll also notice when you say something out loud or you're in a room and you're conversating about items and stuff, you'll scroll through Instagram or Facebook, and there that item will be right there in the third ad. So when a congressman tells you that this is done with your best interest in heart and to protect your privacy and data, then that's a blatant lie. And I want you guys to look at your representatives, because most of the ones that voted yes are already having donations put in by Meta and by Google. And some of them have already received 30 to 60 grand in donations just alone this year. And we're only 3 months in. So if someone's lining your pockets with half your year's salary, are you really going to go against them if you're in that position? Because if you're taking another extra 60 to 100 grand underneath the table to be able to vote yes just to pass this social media platform because you're so old you don't even know how to operate it. So if it was to be banned, you're not affected because you don't have a business, you don't have a platform on there, and you don't even know how to damn use it. So if it gets banned, so what, right? You're getting an extra $60,000 to $100,000 just to vote yes on this bill. So that's why I think it's a little important for us to also consider the age of some of the people that are representing the majority of Americans, especially considering other things that they've proposed, such as increasing the retirement age when our life expectancy is 5 years below that. So we never see a dime of any of the taxes we're paying for. There's a lot bigger issues going on in the United States than trying to strip away a platform that gives a lot of people a voice that wouldn't have a voice otherwise unless they paid for advertisements on Meta or on Google, whether voting is rigged or not. Next time you find yourself at the polls, you need to be remembering the people that are getting their pockets lined by Google and Meta, and the people that voted yes. The people that did not listen to the majority of Americans. For people that's been with me for a little bit, if this TikTok ban is to occur, you'll find my content being posted mostly on YouTube and then a little bit on Instagram. The link is in the bio if you want to go in and follow. That way, you know, if you wake up and it's banned, you won't be like, oh no, where did he go? I'm still there for you if you want to hit me in my DMs or on the comment section on any of that stuff. You can always ask me fitness questions. I'll be glad to help. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being around while TikTok was around. And if it's not banned, we'll just continue to have our live streams, continue to carry on like normal. But I just felt like I needed to come on the platform and talk about this. But hope you guys have a good morning, a good night whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you in the next one.